Hey guys, what's up? It's Eric from Yoker Skateboards, and today we're at the San Ramon skate park. But after kind of messing around, I realized I kind of like the quarter pipes a lot better at Chino Hills Park. So, you know, only if there was a way I can just teleport there. Whoa! I think I made it. I think I just traveled through time. I don't know what happened. I was in San Ramon, now I'm back at Chino Hills. This is crazy. Like, I'm glad Enzo documented this. I said, I felt like coming here. Look at that, I'm here. So pretty much, guys, it's Eric, Yoker Skateboards, you know the drill. So today, we're back at Chino Hills. We're here for a limited time. We're like, you know, the McRib at McDonald's. We don't know how long we're gonna be, but what we do know is there's a lot more content that we have that's going to be dropping, so just stay tuned, stay subscribed, keep doing your thing on a skateboard. But we have a special video for you today. So like I said, I wanted to skate the quarter pipe here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a lot of tricks that maybe you're a beginner, you're just starting to go to the skate park, you want to learn a little bit of transition. So we're going to showcase all beginner tricks that I learned when I first started. And we're gonna go over them in a little bit of detail, explain the trick name, kind of how to do it briefly. But what we're gonna reference is all of our back catalog of trick tips we've done for the last year. So all of these tricks that we're gonna do, we have a specific video for them. So if you're not familiar with our channel, we've been doing trick tips here for years. So we're gonna go through, do as many kind of beginner tricks and just getting comfortable. After you've already gotten comfortable kind of pumping around, you want to take the next step and go on a quarter pipe and maybe do some tricks on the coping or stalls, what have you. And then we'll kind of go through them and then kind of redirect you. If you really want a full depth explanation, we have a whole video in our catalog about that. And maybe you watched both videos and you still have questions. That's fine too, because you can just leave a comment, message us, and we'll try our best to answer the question, address it, or make a whole video for you. So let's get into it. Well, that was crazy. I don't even know how I got here. Still kind of mind blown. Enzo is kind of losing his mind behind the camera. But so this is the quarter pipe we were talking about. This is one of my favorite quarter pipes. I think there's a lot of sentimental value because I learned how to skate transition at this park, specifically this quarter pipe. It's very, I wouldn't say super easy to learn, but it doesn't have that much transition. So I was able to gain confidence on this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through a bunch of kind of like starting points, like easy tricks to kind of learn. And it may not be easy, but say you just started and you're kind of intimidated on, all right, well, I learned how to pump, I can drop in, what's the next step? Like, what are the steps that I can take to kind of further like your bag of tricks? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and I'll try to do it in real time. And so hopefully I can do these tricks. And then we're gonna reference, like, you know, like I said before, we have a back catalog of a bunch of trick tips that we've done throughout the years. So if there's something in here that maybe I didn't go over in as much detail as you'd like to hear, you can always reference those videos. So let's get into it right now, and I'll get up there and I'll have the phone and I'll go through the tricks that I think are good starting points. All right, so we got on top of the quarter pipe. So we're just gonna kind of, I'll go back and forth and kind of give a little narration on the tricks that I think that are kind of building blocks. Like I said, dropping in, you know, this, I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with that. That's how you kind of start to go into a transition. You can roll in as well. So dropping in, that would be the first. So I'm gonna come back, and then next, tail stall. So the tail stall was just like dropping in. I learned it probably after I dropped in. So I'm gonna go fakie, put pressure, then I'm dropping back in. Next will be a rock to fakie. So rock to fakie is putting your front truck over the coping, pressing down, and then coming down fakie. So I'm coming down backwards. Another one would be axle stall. So axle stall is two trucks on top of the coping locked in at your heels. So right? If you want to get a little crazier, the fakie rock. So I'm popping, I'm getting into like the rock and roll position, but I'm seeing where I'm going. All right. So there's a couple of the tricks that we actually have trick tips for. So let's go over it again. We had dropping in. Dropping in can be scary. We have a whole trick tip for it, as well as roll-ins. And say you're not ready to start on something like this with coping. We've done videos where we've done all stalls, tricks on roll-ins. Say your park doesn't have a roll-in. If you have a bank, we got the pyramid right there. Some parks have pyramids. You can start as small as that and get gradually like work your way up. Then after we had the fakie tail stall. The fakie tail stall is kind of a timing thing. You're going to be going backwards, fakie up to the quarter pipe, and then you're going to put pressure on your back foot. And then just like the drop-in, you're going to do the same motion. Put your momentum of your body straight, and it's just going to be a drop-in. And then we did the rock to fakie. So came up, board on the deck, front trucks over the coping, then we're gonna go backwards fakie. So we got that out of the way, and then after that I believe we did 50-50 stall or axle stall. So that was both trucks right there, like locked in on the coping. It's a lot easier if you do it on a quarter pipe with coping rather than the noping is what me and Enzo call it. And then that's actually a really fun one because that one will open up kind of grinds. After you get more comfortable with the axle stall, you can come at an angle, get on it, and actually grind across. And you can learn that, backsmiths, front smith, like a bunch of different variations of grinds. But I'd say that's a good building block. And then lastly, I think we did the fakie rock. So pretty much same thing as when we were coming doing the tail stall. We're coming in fakie, so kind of backwards. Give a little ollie. You don't even need to ollie. You can just come in, lift up, and do that same motion. But what's cool about this, I always felt that this was more comfortable than doing the rock to fakie at first because I can see right in front of me. The rock to fakie, I'm coming back fakie, so I kind of have to look back. With this one, it's another timing. You gotta kind of lift up, you're gonna get the deck, and then straight forward. So this one is a little trickier because you're gonna have to utilize the front of your board to almost do like a little nose manual or nose wheelie if you don't know the nose manual. But what's great about all of these tricks is we have specific trick tips for each and every one of these. So this video was kind of time traveling or, teleporting, as well as, traveling back to some of our old videos. So we've had a lot of fun at this park. We've created a lot of content. And now where I reside now in Northern California, I've been making a lot more content there. So you'll see a lot of these tricks on different obstacles, as well as there's more ledges and kind of some things that quite really aren't offered at this skate park. So you're gonna see more grind trick tips. You're gonna see manual variations because there's a couple obstacles there that I wish were here, and I wish some of the obstacles here I wish were there, and we'll get into that. But pretty much that's kind of going through it. This video is just kind of having fun and more catered to someone that's just getting into park skating, and maybe you have the drop in, you can pump around, or maybe you don't have any of that. You can always reference all our videos. We've done trick tips from learning how to just push properly, to rolling in on a roll-in, to drop-ins, to carving around the park, getting comfortable. But yeah, if you need to learn it, there's a probably good chance that we've done a video on it. So, and if you don't see the video, or maybe you want to kind of get a different perspective, just let us know in the comments. But so yeah, I'm going to continue to skate around a little bit, and I'll see you guys at a park. I don't know which one. I just appeared here, so you might see me at a different one. Well, I guess I teleported. You don't know what's possible in 2025 now. Technology is crazy. So But in all serious note, this video was really fun to do. I got to come back to my local park where me and Enzo spent a lot of time here creating, you know, videos throughout the years. And so if you saw anything in this video that maybe you want to kind of take a deep dive on, we got you. We have a back catalog of all of our trick tips on our YouTube channel. So stay subscribed to YouTube. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because everybody that's been subscribed knows we do giveaways. So the giveaways aren't going to stop just because I'm in a different location, because I'll be back and forth. So I'll do some giveaways of my own from up there. So just stay in contact with us. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, the comments, obviously leave them on YouTube, comment on Instagram, but also check out our website. We're constantly coming out with new graphics, new designs, colorways. You know, I always ride the Cool Pup graphic, one of my favorites, and I've been rocking clear grip tape for a while. I, at first, never had clear grip tape, but it's grown on me. So I really like it. It kind of makes the board look real clean, and I don't know, I like the wood grain look. But as for that, we just want to say from me, Enzo, and everybody at Yokohama Skateboards, thanks for the support. You know, it means a lot to us. It means a lot to me and Enzo. So yeah, just stick around. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And then, you know, maybe favorite our website, because it's constantly updating. I can go through probably 10 minutes of talking about all products that we offer, but probably be easier if you just go around and browse. But have any questions, let us know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Could be here, could be somewhere else in, you know, the world at a different park. So yep, just keep skating, be good to one another. I'll catch you on the next one.